Oh, yeah.
And good evening. Yes, here we are. Finally, after what seems like absolute ages, we are here with the latest release from TML Studios, Tourist Bus Simulator. And I will say before this video begins, this is still in beta. This isn't the full release version yet, so we may come across this evening a couple of bugs. Hopefully that's not the case, but there are a few known issues, so a couple of bits I might not be able to bring you, but we'll certainly look at most of the game. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Tourist Bus Simulator will be a regular feature on the YouTube channel on what I think is going to be Tourist Bus Tuesday, because it rings a bell. Aidan, good evening. So yes, really pleased to be able to bring this to you. I've been playing it a little bit, and it's certainly got potential. So I won't carry on from where I have been, but I will start again. So we'll start a brand new game, so you can see this thing from the very beginning. I'm good, thank you, Aidan. So should we start a new game? Yes, let's do that. So we will start from the very beginning. This game's due to be released on the 6th of December. Hopefully that is still going to be the case. Alex B, good evening, and Blinky, good evening. I haven't yet got this installed on my SSD, so this bit might take a little bit of time. And yes, Law Killam, I only got notified last night that I was able to bring you this content this evening. I was originally going to do some train sim this evening, but glad to be able to bring this now. So we'll do the first couple of hours of gameplay and show you what it's all about. Thank you, Blinky. Okay, so we'll choose my character. Choice to turn the game all the way down a little tiny bit. Planes. Yes, you can see now why, Sam, that I wanted to start this look by flying into Fuerteventura in X-Plane, but I was only given the notification last night that I could do it, so I haven't had a chance to do that. Blinky, thank you very much for this subscription. 11 months, Blinky, wow. So yes, choice of characters we can be. Yeah, the short look just doesn't do it for me. We'll go with character 1. And player name, well, it's got to be Steve, really. I'd be mad to call myself anything else, really. And we'll go with realistic. Okay, so here we are. We have arrived in Fuerteventura. Now this is the bit that's completely different if you've played Fernbus, but this could be familiar if you've played the football DLC. We're now completely out of the realms of just being tied to a coach. And there are lots of things that even with the few weeks I've had with the game I haven't done fully, so I'm going to be on a bit of a learning curve over the next few videos if you're watching this. And yes, you do get a car. There's also a service vehicle which I haven't driven yet, and there's also a buggy as well. So yeah, we'll wander outside. I have been to Fuerteventura Airport, and I can't remember it looking. Actually, no, this is probably pretty similar. Come out of there. I remember the hire desks being there, and I had to go wandering off down through some doors. I think we're down there. But anyway, let's wander outside to the rather traffic-filled island of Fuerteventura, and here's our car. Now this is again still a work in progress. We have been reporting some issues with the car. A few more things. Sorry, I'm on the way. A few more things to be sorted out with this. But let's jump in and reset track IR. And okay, did it actually start? Okay, all into gear. So we've got to drive to our company. So handily, someone's left us a car, rather dodgily parked outside the airport. Yeah, it's running Unreal 4, so it's running the same graphics engine that was used on Fernbus and in the football DLC. So it's looking rather nice. Yeah, it is really, really well done. So we're going to follow the sat nav. Across the solid white line. So this is has got a complete economy system built into it. So we've landed at the island. We've got a small amount of money. We haven't got any coaches. We haven't got any contracts set up. So there's no bus route set up or anything. We haven't got any drivers that work for us. At the moment, it's just me. And as you'll see shortly, when we get there out of this traffic, me and this vehicle. So I've got to go boop. Back round again. So there are a few little audio glitches that we may come up against. The island, where are we? The island of Fuerteventura in the Canaries, which is where this is based. I'll show you the map in a moment. So you can see now on the sat nav, we've got our destination, which is a little office chair. Hi, Bob. Would OMSI 2 run better on this graphics engine, do you think? OMSI 2 run better on SSD as I'm getting a 5 gig. Well, I've put OMSI 2 on my SSD, but haven't noticed any difference. So I might even take it off and stick it back on the hard drive, because I need to put this on the SSD. Right. Evening Marine Woods. So this is where our garage is, down here. So bringing a coach down here, as we'll see, is going to be interesting, and has been interesting. I've had a few collisions. So park your vehicle in the yard and exit. So let's do that. Let's face the wrong way. Okay, so company name. We'll call it Sims Travel. Right, so over there is where we just parked our our car. Here's where the workshop is, and here's our little office. So we've got to go into the office. Water cooler. Right, go to computer to buy your first bus. So here's the computer. So click this button to open the second-hand vehicles market. Now this is something I think we should have had in Fernbus when Fernbus came out originally. Second-hand vehicles, awesome. Then choose one of the available vehicles and then we can buy it. So second-hand vehicle market. So whole choice of vehicles, and it shows the status. So the status of repair basically. So how well they are, and the price they are. We've got a budget of 200,000. So that's the money we've started with. Hi Graham, how are we doing? So that's the money we've started with of 200,000. So it's a case of, do we spend a lot of money on a vehicle that's going to be in good condition, or do we spend a little amount of money on a vehicle that's in bad condition? It's one of those things where you've got to be really careful, because you don't make much money initially from doing some of the journeys. So I think if I went something middle of the road, so maybe something like this. It does need tyres, but that should be okay. It's got 255,000 kilometres on it. It's got fuel, well, 294 litres of fuel. It takes 3 days to arrive. So it's not bad. Windscreen wipers need replacing. So maybe not that one. So we could spend a little bit more. What was that? It was 99,000. What about this one for 107,000 then? It needs an oil change. It needs tyres as well. It needs brake line. Actually, that one's in worse condition than the other one. That needs wipers as well. So perhaps we should go with the first choice then. Let's go with this one. And we'll buy it. It's going to take 3 days to arrive. Please collect your vehicle on the 4th of the 6th from the harbour. So there we go. So now we can't afford another one. So go to the wall clock to open the calendar. So this is the office. I'll quick wander around the office first. So this is the computer where you get your vehicles from. There's a laptop over there. We've got the schedules board here, which we'll come to when we start getting routes, etc. Another computer over here. Here's the calendar. So here's where we can advance time by days to when the next event comes up. Buy the bad vehicle and apply the tourist with booze. They will never notice. Well, yeah, you could probably get away with that in OMSI. So here's where you can advance the calendar, which again, if you've played the football DLC for Fernbus, a lot of this will be familiar. So office, really well done. I actually quite like this. We've also got another little office over here, which is a manager's sort of office, where you can hire employees and stuff. And look at the pin board there. So we've got to click on the calendar now. Graham, thanks very much for the host. So click on the calendar as it says. Click this button to skip time to the next appointment. So again, exactly the same way as it was in the football DLC. You can also click on a day. So we can click on the upcoming thing. So we've got a vehicle collection day. Nothing else in the calendar between now and then. So skip time to the next appointment. 8 AM, collect the vehicle from the harbour. And then we advance time. Right, drive to the harbour in Puerto del Rosario to pick up your bus. So let's get back out to our car. It's a nice sunny day here in Fuerteventura. So again, if you buy the game, this will be exactly how you'll start it. I've also got a couple of copies of this to give away. And because it's going to go out on YouTube, I'm going to put something in the Discord server over this weekend. Bit of a competition in the Discord server, so join Discord. There'll be something in the Discord server where you can win a copy of this and you have it ready for release. So a few copies to give away of this, with a huge thanks to TML for that. Okay, back in our car. Yeah, TML have been really supportive of me, and I can't thank them enough for not only with the help and support they've given me for this game, but for all the DLCs.
Oh, yeah.
Hermiten Eintreiber? Is that I'm saying that? Thank you very much for the follow. But yeah, all the support they've given me from for this, for all the DLCs for Fernbus as well. Truly an awesome company. They've been listening to all the feedback that we've been giving them for this, and truly do value every single person that buys their content. They are brilliant. Right then, so we've got to go and get our coach. I've gone the wrong way. Ignore me. I'm just going to go around this roundabout again. Let's go down there. Aidan, thanks very much for joining the Discord server. You'll find that is an actual awesome community as well on there. If you're into any sort of sim gaming, the Discord server is fantastic. Hugely getting to flight at the moment. Let's just pull out on this guy. Asitaro, good evening. Didn't spot you there. Yeah, you get to drive a car. There's a buggy and there's a service vehicle later on. So round the boot. Alright, down here. And I've also got to buy an apartment as well, and furnish it, which I haven't managed to work out how to do yet, but I'm sure if we get to that point in the next few hours that we'll do that. Yeah, you're doing a day job, and a lot of this is that you can farm out some of the routes to other drivers. So when you employ drivers, you haven't got to drive all the routes yourself. Yeah, I wasn't quite driving one-handed then, Larwood, it was close. Yeah, you haven't got to drive all the routes yourself, so you can end up with multiple coaches, multiple drivers, multiple types of routes, and you've got to employ mechanics, you've got to employ tour guides, all that will come to. The buses you can buy being broken, is that because you drove them in Fernbus? Oh god, I hope not. I hope it's not that one I was driving in the football DLC, because I wouldn't want to wish that on anybody. But yeah, look at the map. It is really well done. We've only just seen this little tiny bit as well. So restaurants I haven't even looked at myself yet. I've got as far as buying an apartment, which we'll come to. Yeah, the graphics do look good. Yeah, well, we still got, as you'll see, they don't quite get on the coach, but we do get passengers. Right, so my coach should be over there. There it is. Right, so dump the car. Just park it outside this guy's warehouse, that'll do. Right, the only thing my comment is, it'd be nice to see a picture of the coach before we board it. That wasn't really an option. But here we go. Obviously, any of you that are familiar with Fernbus will recognise the coach. So yeah, standard Fernbus coach, but obviously second hand. That's something that's going to be coming, that you can put your own paint job on. And the one I had initially did come with a paint job. But yeah, again, this isn't the full release version. There is still work in progress. We are still giving feedback. A few things have been tweaked over the last couple of weeks, but it's continuing to improve and get better and better. So Start this thing up. Shut the door. So leave your car behind, well, my car, and drive the bus back to your company. So some of these roads are certainly quite interesting in a coach. I can turn the ambient noise down, but I actually quite liked it. Because it's narrow streets, and doing narrow streets in a coach, I struggle enough in Fernbus getting one of these things around these streets, but you'll see in a minute some of the streets we have to go up against. It certainly makes life interesting, and obviously we've got the damage model here that we had in the football DLC. So the coach will get damaged and we'll have to repair it, and that comes out of my budget. Just notice that my audio's gone a bit one-sided. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just flick my audio on and off. There we go. Fernbus roads are mainly out with the AI2s. About, well, I have had my instances with AI, but trying to get this, if there's traffic coming, trying to get this round some of these streets. Yeah, you wouldn't want another coach to come the other way. Definitely wouldn't. Right. So we've got to take this back to our company. What I'll do is I'll bring up the map in a second to show you the island. You would indeed be screwed more than a screw. You can adjust that though, Sotaro. The tilt, it is adjustable in the options, the same as it was in Fernbus. The amount of lean, because when Fernbus first came out, so I've got a little bit of lean there. I quite like a little bit, but you can adjust it down. So yeah, even this corner is interesting. So we've got to take this back to our yard, where miraculously my car's appeared. So whoever came and grabbed my car got back before me. Food stop. Yes, there's restaurants, there's gyms. Okay, let's get ourselves out. Right, into your office. I'll leave the lights on because, you know, grab me a burger. Burger. Okay, so back into the office. Go to the fax machine. See, fax machine. Aren't we all posh with a fax machine? Go to the fax machine and grab your first order. So new orders come in, and you can confirm it and accept it. So current orders, so that will show a list of current jobs we're actually working on. New orders are option ones which, again, when there's more of them coming, we can choose from them. iPad dude, hello. So yeah, we've got a short trip, hour and 40 minutes. This is what it's going to earn us. So it's going to earn us €500, and this is the time that it is going to be happening. So the 5th of June at 6 o'clock. It's currently the 4th of June at 8:25 in the morning. So we can click on that. So now it says current orders is there. So we've accepted it. By clicking on it, we accept it. And when we've completed it, it will appear in there. And if we fail on any, which we do, it does happen, well, to me anyway, it goes to the failed jobs. So open the calendar again, and we can skip time to the next appointment. Luke 2013, thank you very much for the host. Mails are pretty bad. When I first saw a streamer playing Fernbus, the M looked like an, or the RN looked like an M, and I couldn't figure out what a Fembus was. Actually, let me show you, speaking of the M, let me show you the map. So if you've been to the island of Fuerteventura, this will be familiar to you. So Puerto del Rosario is here where the airport is. I haven't actually been up here. I've stayed in Coralejo myself a couple of times and haven't got up here myself yet. So a few little towns and all the way down here to the south of the island. So quite a bit of roads to explore, quite a bit of driving ahead, and some of the roads certainly looking very, very, very interesting. Which I think up around here somewhere is the highest point in the island, maybe. Well, there's two huge statues from memory up around here. That's certainly interesting roads. So there's the map. It is a small island. It was a small island in reality. I drove Coralejo down to the south. It took me about 2 hours. 2 hours and something. Because it's not like a motor. There's only motorway down here, I think. Sort of past Costa Calma. It goes a bit motorway-y around to the bottom here. But yeah, not a bad map. So we open the calendar then and take it to our next appointment, which is here, our scheduled trip. So Tuesday, which is tomorrow, because today's Monday, at 5 o'clock, giving us time to get to the first trip. And there we go. Yeah, decent amount of roads. So first trip is ready to go. So board our bus. Handily no one's stolen, so I left it with the lights on and everything. Hopefully the battery hasn't drained. It's been there a day. So let's get on board. Check the door. Activate the destination display. And we'll do our normal, turn everything on. So fanfare on, Wi-Fi on, kitchen clearance on, restroom clearance on, reading lights on, passenger lights on. We won't play the announcement just yet. Passenger monitor on, air conditioning on. That will set at 21 degrees. And they must have future plans with the other places or players would finish the map in a couple of months. Well, don't forget, this was an interim game. They were due to release the bus, but they'd already had this map done for a project that they were working on a few years ago. So release this. Yeah, and the bus gets body damaged. Oh shit! Hang on. There we go.
All right.
Bob, thank you very much for the subscription. It's like Fernbus and Bus Company Simulator for OMSI all in one. Yeah. But it does hint at what the bus is going to be next year. We're going to get all of this integrated into that. And I'm hoping a lot of this gets integrated into Fernbus as well. Because that's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, Bob, thank you very much for your subscription. Much appreciated. So good to be back in a coach again. So the standard coach that we recognise from Fernbus. And they have already mentioned, TML, that any DLC, so if you bought the coaches in Fernbus, if you bought the extra DLCs, they will work in this and then the bus. Not sure at what point that's going to come in, whether they'll get it done in time for release, not sure, but that's something. So you only have to buy the DLC once. What do I recommend between Wuppertal and Metropole Ruhr? Metropole's not bad. There's only like 3 routes there, wasn't it? I think Wuppertal's not got many routes either. I think I put videos out on both of them. Have a look at the videos. So the navigation system is slightly different. The orange line that's there, you've got to follow, and when that changes, when that ends, is where your stop is, and then it changes again, and you follow it to the next stop. Again, something I've asked to be changed, because we used to in Fernbus seeing the stop on the map. So there's a stop just there. We used to seeing the stop on the map. Again, so that's something that may change before release. Team Boy Roger, good evening. So 2 weeks time, this should be out. And in the last couple of weeks, it has certainly improved. Okay, let the passengers board and start your trip. The destination board needs to be active. The destination board is active. My day's doing well, thank you very much. Oh, hang on, this is new. It wasn't doing this in the last update. Passengers are boarding my... Wow. You kept that one quiet, TML. No check-ins, but the passengers are getting on the bus. That's flipping awesome. Okay, that wasn't in the last time I drove it. So there we go. So there's our passengers that actually walked on the bus. That's the first time I've ever seen that in Fernbus or anything. That's impressive. That does actually show how much testing I've been doing though. Right, okay. Right, so now we've got to follow to our first stop. So again, no check-ins. I think that's going to be coming, but this isn't a scheduled service. This is like a sightseeing tour, I think, from memory. So we've got to follow the orange line now to our next stop. Brake. And someone just crashed into the back of me. Day's good, Team Boy Roger, thank you very much. We're having issues there, Chaos. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I did.
yeah.
Team Boy Roger, thank you very much for the follow. Yes, no speech. I didn't tell them, did I, about the bonus to arrive for live, filling in the seatback card. Yeah, the announcements aren't working for this sort of trip. I've got to make sure I get in the right lane here. I think I've just got in the wrong lane. No, I haven't. That wasn't the right lane. Oh, that was a sign. Oops. Yep, slight bit of damage there being done. Oh god. Yeah. Oh my. I Steved it. can't actually remember coming down here before. Because this is a hire car pickup. I don't think I should be up here. But no, I think a car... Oops. Yeah, there's a bit of damage to this now. I think a car will be fine. I should have gone down around that outer road. Well, we're getting to see a bit of the map. I'm in a car park. I am a bit. Right, I've got to go around here. So yeah, if you start the game, don't go down there. I need to go back to coach driving school, exactly. Right, okay. This is where I needed to be. So there is where I need to be. So, around here. That is so cool. Hello, good afternoon. Yes, welcome aboard. Oh, it's so nice having him get on board. Reversing camera. Follow the line round. Go back to coach driving school. Another stop up here. Those people couldn't be bothered to walk over there, I'm guessing. Hi guys. Can I watch them sit down? I think I'll just appear in the seats. We are getting a few people on board now. Yeah, they just appear in the seats, but that's tremendous. It wasn't doing that last night when I was testing it. Right, so that's those people on board. So back out. Keep following our line. Hopefully not going out through the car park this time. Doing really well, thank you very much. So fuel, again, fuel is something we've got to do in this. And we've also got to buy supplies for the tour coaches, like we had to do in the football DLC. So a lot of this stuff is carried over from the football DLC. And hopefully it makes its way into normal Fernbus, because that would be awesome. So we've got to follow the navigation. So we're following the line there on the sat-nav. And again, this isn't the final version. We've got 2 weeks to go before release. This is still a work in progress. Haven't had any passengers complain yet, but they will. So a lot of things are still to be introduced. And don't forget, if you're enjoying this, join the Discord server. Link will come around soon. I've gone the wrong way. I've got a couple of copies of this to give away, which, because this is going up on YouTube as well, the competition will end next weekend. And I've got a few copies to give away of the game, so you can have it ready for release. I'll post details over this weekend on the Discord server of a competition to get yourself a copy of Tourist Bus Sim. Okay, little passengers disembark. Now, will they all actually walk off the bus? I haven't actually seen that yet. You can get off now. You can get off. You can get off now. Not all stops have been approached. 7 crashes. Yeah, I'll open the second door, they all got off. Well, I gained some XP. Right, now return to your company. So again, a few little bugs to work out, although I did stop at every stop there. It said I didn't. So we're going to be buying a house soon, and then you've got to furnish it, which is something I haven't actually worked out how to do yet. Stop. Alright, so back to our company again. So first trip is done. Park in the yard and exit. I mean, do you have a link to info about the game, developers homepage? Maybe. It's on the Aerosoft site, it's on the TML site, it's on Steam. Right, enter my office. Can I move my logo? Oh, it's blocking the thing, isn't it? Bear with me. I can. Let's stick it up. There. There we go. How's that? Right. So go into the next room and click on the folder. So we've got to employ someone now. So we've got to go to job market, click on the applicants, and negotiate a monthly salary. So there's our employees. So if we had some employees, that's where they'll be. So the drivers, mechanics, tour guides, but job market. So Oliver Moore, there you go. So he's accepted my offer. If he didn't accept my offer, we can up the salary that we're going to offer him. But he's accepted. So I've employed another driver. The new employee will be ready tomorrow. Simply go to the calendar and skip time to the next day. So into the main office again, click on the calendar and go to the next day. Your new employee has arrived and is now available. Get a new order again. You get new trains in a Steam sale. Yes, I've got the I can't remember what it's called now, Wakayama route, which I was going to stream tonight until I got told I could do this. So new orders. So we got a short trip. So I can now click on that, and now go to the pin board and open the schedule. So now I can give that trip to my new employee. So you can see on the schedule. So trip services, So that's where it's going to. So it's basically the run I just did. So one stop there, one stop there. I didn't do that one, did I? That's where it said I went wrong. Yeah, because I took that wrong turning. I didn't do that stop. So I can now click on this. And I can select the driver and that vehicle. So I can now get him to go and do that. So he's going to do that. The coach is on 76%. So I don't know who damaged that. It wasn't me. Open the calendar again and skip 2 days forward. So we'll go to Friday. Yes. Right. The order has been successfully completed by your employee. Now open the fleet management in the vehicles menu. Okay. So it definitely needs giant. Sam, scenery, Sam. You'll miss that 757. So we can look at each vehicle that we've got. It's various conditions, so it does need tyres. They were due at 5,000 kilometres. It's on 5,298. It needs a cam belt, not quite. It needs brake lining change, not quite. And body damage is 33%. Not sure who did that. And we can change the license plate if we wanted to. And we can sell the vehicle if we wanted to. We don't want to do that, do we? So, workshop, new vehicles. Can't really afford a new vehicle, but second-hand vehicles, we can. We can just about afford another second-hand vehicle. And I think we should go for that one because it's cheap. Collect your vehicle on the 15th. So one of the things that's been a discussion and some advice for this game is keep a spare coach. So always have one more coach than you've got drivers, because you can always have something in the workshop then. So always have a spare one. So there we go. Right, getting the order for myself. There are orders which persist permanently. These are marked with a special symbol. Orders without this symbol are one-time orders and will reappear occasionally. So new orders, so that's going to persist permanently. So current orders, that's one we've got. Is another short trip, hour and 40 minutes. Reopen a schedule and assign a vehicle and yourself as a driver. So over to the schedule. Yeah, clear Aidan. Click on that. So me and the coach we've got, accept, and it's departing on the 9th of the 6th 2018, so it's departing tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. So now click on the calendar and it's, see, that's showing when our next vehicle is going to be collected. Look, so we've got a vehicle coming in a week's time, but we'll go and do this next scheduled trip. So follow the route shown on navigation. Obviously in the coach would probably be a good idea rather than do it on foot, because that would just be stupid. And handily, there's a wall there. Someone's turned my coach around. Okay, sit me down. Start it up and activate the destination display. So 102. We will do the 5 thing while we're here. Fanfare, Wi-Fi, kitchen clearance, bathroom clearance, reading lights, passenger monitor, air conditioning, which will set at 21 degrees. Pop it in gear. And round we go. And my steering's just got very heavy. I went the wrong way, didn't I? That's a good start. Thankfully it's got a reversing camera. tell you what, let's go this way. See, big vehicles should have reversing cameras, Rich, not little tiny ones. Will you see your employees driving routes at the same time as you? Now, I haven't come across that yet. But I should imagine he may do, because in normal Fernbus, obviously you saw your coaches on the road. God, that, see? Tight corners. Where is it taking me? Now, see, I had this issue before with his exact same route. That it wasn't telling me to stop anywhere, and every time I stopped, passengers wouldn't get on. Can I be the one who stands at the front with a mic to make up BS stories about all the sites? You have to employ a tour guide that will end up then waffling about the sites. So I think this is just like a recce, sort of recon mission to see if the route's sort of viable. Because every time I pulled up at those stops, no one got on. Tour guide. To your left is a tree. To your right is another tree. Sorry, your driver just hit a tree. So we're coming away from the airport now. It's certainly interesting driving on these roads, that's for sure. And the scenery, yeah, as it's based on the Unreal 4 engine, the same as Fernbus is. Fernbus looks great. This looks awesome. So straight on round. I've got a stop mark down there. Yeah, it's a 90km/h road, this one. I wouldn't want to be doing that. There's a sea out there, look. This is where the plane's coming from. Is Sam up there in a plane? No. Great, you had to use one leg. It does, in all honesty. They've done a really, really good job of this. It does look really nice. I'd say these small roads certainly make it interesting. You can't go hooning around like you can in Fernbus or OMSI. It's safe for the passengers for him to use more than one lane. It is. Should really stop, shouldn't I? This was last time where they wouldn't get on the coach. So whether it's been fixed this time, we will see. Oh no, yes they are. Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whichever one it is. Hello, hello. Yeah, welcome. Welcome on board. It seems really strange. It is like OMSI. They're just getting on. Is that it? Is there any more? No, I think they're all on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this Sims & travel service around the island of Fuerteventura. Hopefully, and it will say on the side of this coach that it's a bonus to arrive alive. So if you're arriving at your destination and you are still alive, please tip your driver. Yeah, I've been a couple of times to Fuerteventura, and certainly the road coming out of the airport, and even the airport itself at the beginning, did look familiar. Right, so we've got to follow the navigation again. Without hitting the pedestrian. So I haven't actually myself explored the whole island in the game yet. So we've had to restart the game a few times over the last sort of few weeks to sort out any bugs. So I haven't actually made that much progress. Also because I've been hooked on flying. So off to the next stop we go. So fuel is a thing. We've got to fill up with fuel because it does remember the state of the coaches. Obviously any damage that I've done to this will be remembered and will have to be repaired. We'll have to fill it up with snacks and drinks and things, which we'll come to with that in a minute, I think. We've got to go and buy ourselves an apartment because we haven't done that yet. We've also then got to go and look at a bigger yard. That's all to come. It was sort of getting dark, but because most of the journeys seem to be in the daylight, haven't really come across the night time, but it did get night. I know the cars. Yeah, there's a bit of AI. Again, the AI has been tweaked back a bit for the moment because there have been some issues. So there was at the beginning when I left the airport. There's a lot of AI traffic. But this is still a beta. It hasn't been released yet. Won't be released for a couple of weeks. So there are still a few bugs that are being ironed out. Yeah, they've turned back the AI for now. So the game physics are still the same. For this, so I was flat out then going up a slight incline, and I really like that. So you can't go hooning it around everywhere. But the actual map itself, the scenery, does look really, really nice. So we can see our next stop just about to appear on the map. Yeah, I'm using a G27 and Track IR to look around. It doesn't stop me hitting things. Now my steering's gone a bit stiff. I missed my turning then, didn't I? Have a look at the map. Too busy trying to read chat. That's trying to take me straight. Okay. Yeah, it actually does feel different to Fernbus. I think because the roads are a bit more undulating and the corners are a bit sharper. It does feel different. The force feedback is definitely working properly. So don't forget, if you are watching, I have got a few copies of this to give away. If you're watching this on YouTube, follow the link to the Discord server, which I'll put in the description on YouTube, and I will post over this weekend details of how you can win a copy of this so you'll have it ready for release, and there'll be more copies to give away in some future competitions that I'll certainly be doing over the Christmas period as well. Another one getting on. Possibly. Oh, here she comes. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Yes, Chaos. Yeah, certainly some of these smaller roads, once we do get full AI traffic implementation, it's going to be interesting. Trying to get this thing around here, you can't do it by staying in one lane. So yeah, join the Discord server if you're not already in it, and not only for your chance to win a copy of this, to be part of an awesome community over there on Discord, and yes, non-mods are allowed to enter also, and no, Tux isn't allowed to enter because he hasn't played Fernbus enough. Yeah, I think this, I will be doing Tourist Bus Tuesday on the channel, but I think this might take the place of Fernbus for a few weeks as well. Or we carry on working through this. But yeah, doesn't that scenery look great? It does look really, really nice. It just feels different. I don't know. It feels like a new game. You know, all these little tweaks, having to repair the coaches. I know that came in the football DLC, but not to this extent. Having to hire drivers, which we've never done before in a TML game. Wasn't in Fernbus, wasn't in football DLC. Having to buy second-hand coaches, that's completely new. The driving physics, yeah, have been changed. We've got to buy a house, we've got to go to restaurants, we can go to the gym. There's so much more to do, but I haven't seen a price yet. I should imagine it's going to be sort of $29.99 or thereabouts. So if you want to do the driving, you can do the driving. If you want it as a management game where you want to do some of the driving, then you can have that as well. But yeah, wouldn't want to meet anybody coming around that corner. Another stop coming up down here. Doesn't look like there's anybody getting on. No one getting off either. But it just does look brilliant. It just looks absolutely fantastic, I think. In fact, that actually makes quite a good. Let me just get a H out of the way. That makes quite a good. It kind of sounds like they have learned and listened to Fernbus players instead of just updating Fernbus. They made a brand new game, bringing these features, which is awesome. And yeah, I've always sung the praises of TML. As I said this at the beginning, they are fantastic. They have been listening to not only the few of us that have been fortunate enough to be helping them out with this, but we're listening to people anyway. You contact them via Twitter, you contact them, and they will listen. They want people playing their games to have the best experience, and they've learned a lot from the mistakes that they made by releasing Fernbus too early. It wasn't ready, which is why they're releasing this when it's ready. It was supposed to be out now. It's nearly there. What I will do is I will be streaming this again next Friday, and we'll be creating content on it up until its release. And when it's released, so next Friday we'll do the same again and see if there's any more updates and things that have changed. And what I can now do is hopefully update you through the Discord server with any new features and things that they bring in. And I think by the time it gets released, obviously they're not going to iron out every single bug, because every player is going to find something new, but most of them will be ironed out by the time it releases. Yeah, they're brilliant. They are really, really good at listening. I said I can't thank them enough for being really supportive of me as well, for being a small YouTuber and streamer. Right, so some more getting on here it seems. Here they come. Just awesome. Getting him to walk on the coach. I'll have to send one of the devs a personal email when I finish this. Oh, hang on, was that? Oh, that's my door closing. Got someone else getting on then. Right, so we've got to follow the line again. Yeah, again, well, tonight was the first time I've seen that. Einars, in all the work I've been doing with it, even last night, I didn't get to the point where I was having passengers getting on and off. Yeah, chaos, they have been. Right, so following the line again. Going back now. The next thing is we've got another coach arriving, but I think between now and then we've got to go and buy an apartment, because we can't just sleep at the office on the floor. That's just slightly wrong. And even the fact that these road markings that are worn. Right, take it a bit slow around that corner. So this is a permanent order. This is a route that will repeat. So once you've got this once, you can then assign a driver. So his job will be to drive this route with this coach all the time. It take much to run this. Well, that's the thing. It is going to be quite power hungry. They have said or recommended it gets installed on an SSD. And I think you're probably looking at least an i5 to run it. I can see if I can get the specs off them, but they have said in the information I got from Aerosoft today that they do recommend installing it on SSD. I haven't got it on an SSD at the moment, which is why it's a little bit juddery, but I will have to reinstall it onto an SSD. Again, I've got all the settings on maximum. Right, into Antigua. There you go, it is on Steam. Thank you, Larwood. This way. Yeah, Bob, Fernbus was the reason I bought my new gaming rig last year, because I just couldn't run it properly on my i5 with the 970 in. Hello! Good afternoon. our apartment's going to be. Is there a shop opposite? Yes, this is where our house is going to be, on the left here. So we'll be coming back to that shortly. Yeah, it just looks and feels so different to Fernbus. And I really like the whole sort of management aspect to it as well. When you've got to make sure, you know, all the coaches are repaired, and you've got to employ a mechanic, and it's just, you can just spend your time. You can assign yourself routes and just drive around the island. You can do that. Oh, that's a dip in the road. You've got an A9, that's ARM processor. Or is that AMD? Not sure on the AMD stuff. Don't know what that would be equivalent to in Intel. That's about an i5. You should be able to run it. You should have to tweak the settings down. I'm guessing you haven't got Fernbus then, Bob. But if you can run Fernbus, you'll run this. It's the same engine. Yeah, in that case you'll have to run low on this as well then. How much fuel's in this thing? Oh, it seems to be okay. 3/4 of a tank. So we're just following still the initial sort of start of the game. So it's telling you what to do, running through the basics. So you know how to get a new order, you know how to employ a driver, you know how to buy a new coach. I love you, okay, is quite nice. Well, I love you too, Gaz, but you know. What did you mean to put then, Gaz? Should indicate really, shouldn't I? Hello, Liam. How are we doing? I like to say it looks quite nice. Okay, you're obviously typing "I love you" into your phone or whatever you're using. Far too much. Okay, everyone's going to get off. So I'm going to abandon them here. Yes, you can also detect the graphics. Have they got off? Orstall's been approached, no passengers have been left at the stop. Yay! Service rating 68%. I think that was more of a driving thing. But it didn't crash. And I didn't get done for speeding. That's a good thing. If you have just joined, welcome. Yes, this is Tourist Bus Simulator. Still in its beta form, not a full release version just yet. But pretty much. And as it says there in chat, do please join the Discord server, because there are a few copies of this to give away. Details of which will be posted in Discord over the weekend. This will be going up on YouTube, so I will run the competition until next weekend, where you can grab yourself a copy of this. And if you like Fernbus or like OMSI or like management games, you've got all three rolled into one in this. So we're going to make our way back to our company again now. So our other driver can't do anything at the moment because I've nicked his bus. But we have got our second one coming. So we'll have to go to the port and pick that up. Which means driving the car again. And there's the sea. We don't want to drive off that cliff. Yeah, Liam, I think you struggle to run it at the moment, mate. But I'll have some more to give away at Christmas. So you never know. You end up with your new PC for Christmas. We'll be doing some giveaways on my Christmas Day and New Year's Eve streams. Where's all the traffic? Yeah, AI has been turned down because it's still beta. Yeah, there'll be an invisible barrier. I really like all the weather texture on the roads and buildings. It looks so good. It does. It looks like it's been, you know, which you get on the island, certainly the north of the island anyway. You get a lot of wind from the Sahara coming across, and it's definitely battered by sand. So here we are back at the airport again, with the runway there on our right. A couple of planes in. In reality, this road's a little bit further over to the right because I've been driving down it and planes have been coming over the top of me to land. That's scary, but it's pretty damn close. Planes, yes, planes. There's a plane from on beside there. Did it go from Humberside Airport to Fuerteventura? I flew from Birmingham both times I came. See, we did have AI traffic here at the start because we queued to get out of the airport. But the actual map itself, I think is really, really well done. So we've got to go back to our depot again, return to our company. She's down here. Does seem to be very lacking in AI. I've got the islands myself. No, exactly. There's a fair bit of driving. Right, park in the yard and exit my vehicle, which I will do. Into my office. Oh, it tells the noises you get when it shuts down. That's so nice. Right, back into the office we go then. Open a schedule again. Assign this permanent order to your employee. So there's a permanent order. I can now sell it to Oliver in that coach. Done. Right, go to the other computer, the management office. Oh, if I can go through the door. Is it that one or was it the other one? Hang on, which computer did it want me to go to? Hang on, okay, no, that one. Right, click on the button to see what stocks of snacks. So snacks and drinks then. So in the same way that we had to do this in the football DLC, we've got to do it in this. I do a quick swig of a drink. So we can see our stocks of snacks and drinks and spare parts. So this would be a good job for you, Sam, if you're still watching. You'd be perfect at this. Of all the right stuff in stock. And go to the filing cabinet. Okay, so you've got to now have an insurance assessor. Who are you going to get your Wi-Fi from? Who are you going to get your spare parts from? So vehicle insurance. So $200 a month gives you no, I don't want a contract. 30% premium, I think, or 30% you have to pay, and they'll cover 25% of the costs. £1,400 a month, you can they get 100% of the cost back. You've got to pay a 10% premium. So you can, again, depending on how much money you want to spend, we've only got 23 grand, don't forget. You can pick what sort of insurance company that you want. So it's down to you as to how much money goes out of your company. So we'll click on the basic one. So that's what our vehicle insurance is. Wi-Fi services, no one's offered us any, and spare parts, no one's offered us any yet. And yeah, that's, oh, hang on, loss insurance, $100 a month per, that's personal insurance then, $100 a month per employee. We'll accept that. Wi-Fi services, so 30% coverage. That seems the best one, doesn't it? 10 gig a week, that'll do. So that's coverage. And then spare parts services, so you can say how many you're going to need, which with my driving, we're going to need a few of these in stock, aren't we? So you can have one in stock and they'll deliver every 7 days. I think we should have at least 2 in stock of lights. Indicators, yeah, I think we need more indicators than that, don't we? We go 4 indicators in stock. Engines, now we only need 1 engine, and I reckon every 14 days we should need an engine, because that's going to be expensive. Wipers, we'll go 7-day cycle, and we'll keep 4 sets of wipers in stock. Router, okay, we'll just go one of those. Air conditioner, now that's not going to be something that's going to run out that often. We only need 1 of those, aren't we? Tyres, well, we're going to go through tyres, aren't we, because we're going to have a lot of coaches. So I think we go 3 sets of tyres. Cam belts, 2 cam belts, like, judging the fact they're all going to be the same for each coach, aren't they? Oil canisters, we'll go 4 of those. And brake pads, we're going to go for a lot of brake pads, so we'll have that daily, 1 set a day will turn up on brake pads. So there we go. So that's all those done. You can actually see how much data you've got left as well from the Wi-Fi. That's quite cool. Okay, go to calculator in the next room. Calculator. Finances. So the overview of the finances, more details about the finances, and you can apply for loans and things. So the current amount of money we've got, 22,000. Total revenue, because we haven't earned much, 201,000. We spent 179,000, and we've got a residual debt of 204,000. We've made 1,500 revenue in the last 7 days. We're spending, though, £4,000 a week, because of salaries and the refunding, the paying back the loan, I'm guessing. Yeah, we got a loan of 200,000. Expenses are there, so we spent 175,000 on coaches so far. Employees, it cost us 1,600, and then there's a loan we took out. So we could take out another loan, but we won't bother with that for now. All right, go to the pin board in this room. Right, the stats. So completed tours 3. We didn't lose any tours. We got 1 driver. We got no workshop staff. We got no guides. We got 2 vehicles, and so that's where we forgot the stops, wasn't it? In one of the first routes. Not ideal, really. Go outside and over to the yard and enter the workshop. So this is where eventually then we will end up with a mechanic. Oh, that's doing. I was not in the wrong room. That way I end, isn't it? So go outside, we'll enter the workshop. So into the workshop we go. So you can see the status of the vehicles, and you can look at the conditions on them and repair them. So thankfully, both the buses we've got, so one's assigned to a driver, one isn't here yet. That needs tyres changing. So everything's okay apart from the wipers. So I haven't got any workshop staff to be able to repair it. So I can't do that. But I could do an external repair of the wipers. Which I can't do, can I? Because he's actually in the coach. I can't do that at the moment. Because it isn't here. That's not the one I've got. So I've got to get myself, which I think is the bit it's going to do now, is, oh no it's not, it's going to take me to, right, what potentially is going to be my new yard. So get into my car. Not that one, this one. Open the map. Set a waypoint, click on the icon on the map. So that's where I am. So there's the island, if I zoom all the way out. Coral Echo at the front, Morro Jabalé at the bottom. And we are now going to go here to a random industrial estate, where we're going to look at something new. If some clown hasn't parked a coach in the way. And this thing actually handles reasonably well. There we go, got some AI traffic who stopped for me. Seems like we're only getting AI traffic when we're in the car, which is probably a good thing. All right. This does make me really want to go back to, yeah, it's like the speeding. It does make me really want to go back to Fuerteventura now after playing this. Yeah, well, I'm used to driving a coach. I'm used to driving a car. So the noises of the car will be improved. They're still working on bits and pieces of the AI. It says it is still beta. It's not full release version yet. But it is looking really, really good. So obviously where we were there's probably only room to store one coach. So where we're going to now is a place that we can store a lot of coaches. So we're ready for our potential future expansion. So because I've had to restart the game a few times to iron out any bugs, I haven't actually got that far. Oh my god, evasive action. You just bounced into me. Okay, technically I was on your side of the road. Thankfully we don't get damage on the car. Well, that was the AI's fault there, really, for just stopping in front of me. Don't forget, if you are watching this on YouTube, do please join us over on the Discord server, not only for more information about this when I have it and a chance to win a copy, details of which I'll post over the weekend, but to join in with the rest of the awesome community there on the Discord server. It is a brilliant community based around all sorts of sim gaming. We've got a bus and coach section, we've got a train section, so if you're into train sim, there's a whole section there on train sim. If you're into trucking, tomorrow night I'll be doing some MP in ETS2. So a few of us getting together tomorrow night to go and cause havoc in Italy. So there is a trucking section there. A few of the guys in Discord really into heavily modding ETS2 MP with sort of 14 or so different map mods, I think was mentioned earlier on. So details there. We've got a music section, we've got a film section, we've got a TV section, we've got a random section as well. So plenty of stuff going on over there in Discord. So if you haven't joined already, I can highly recommend you doing so. It is a brilliant community that is building up and improving. And one of the areas that is doing really, really well is flight at the moment. Something that I've certainly caught the bug on. I think I play okay without a wheel. Larwood manages to play everything with a keyboard. I think he has played Fernbus. I don't think he had any issues with it. Obviously a joypad of some sort, so Xbox 360 controller would be better, because you get a little bit more sort of feel back through a controller. But I think you should do okay with the keyboard. Mouse steering is something that is available, or will be available for release. Currently disabled at the moment. I don't need it anyway. But obviously a wheel is the way to go. And you know, Track IR, haven't played it without Track IR, so I don't know how well it will work.
Yeah.
Johnny156, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated, sir. But yeah, I think there's a lot of potential in this. We'll be streaming it again next Friday. So more tweaks that'll be out, more things that will improve by next week. We will carry on then. We'll put some videos out on YouTube as well between now and then. There'll certainly be one out on Tourist Tuesday. And for next Fernbus Friday, we'll put another one out as well. And then we'll stream it next Friday night. So as things improve, as updates keep happening, the game will get better. Right, so here we are. This reminds me of ETS2 now. So plenty of room here. The dock chewed your wheel cable. Yeah, there's all plastic connect blocks and a screwdriver. That'll sort that out. There you go. Let's get out of the car. Let's go into the office then. But just look at this scenery. It's just like nothing else. It just looks so good. Right, to expand your fleet, you have to buy garage halls. If you've made enough money, you can buy and expand these garage halls here. 250,000. We haven't got enough money. We've got 22,000. But we can have a look at it. So this is an area we can buy. So there's plenty of room here to park coaches. I think these doors should open when I walk towards them. Here we go. So plenty of room in here to park some coaches, which would be rather nice. So we can open the map again. And we can fast travel. So you haven't got to do all the driving. Certainly something like this, because if you want to use this game to drive a coach, then you can fast travel back to certain areas. So I can click on the map. So that's where I am. And we can fast travel back to the office. There we go. Do you want to initiate fast travel? How are you getting on with the Fernbus Football DLC? Well, I had to start again, didn't I? Which was the last video I put out. And haven't done anything with it since, to be honest, because I've been testing this. Don't forget Arctic. If you're in Discord, I will post details over the weekend. I've got a few copies of this to give away, and been offered a few more as well, and certainly be some more to give away over the Christmas period. So I'll be doing a Christmas Day stream and a New Year's Eve stream where I'll be doing some giveaways, not only of this game, but I want to try and get some other stuff as well, and a few fun streams over Christmas. So if you're not fortunate enough to get it for Christmas, you could have a chance to get a Christmas present from me. How nice is that? Right, get in my car. Just got out of my car, but okay. Drive to Antigua. Right, this is where I've got to go and get some accommodation, because I can't keep sleeping on the office floor. Let's drive with the USB. I just leave my wheel plugged into the USB all the time, so, and I haven't got a dog, so that eliminates that problem. Right, turn right. So don't forget, we're only a few days away, or will be, from collecting another coach. What's the time? How long have I been going? Hour and a half, so it's like 20 to 9. We'll see if we get to a point in the next sort of half an hour or an hour where we can suitably stop. Then we will. And as I said, I'll put out some more content throughout the week on YouTube, and then we'll stream it again next Friday, and possibly might even do a cheeky stream in the middle of the week. We'll see. Even driving the car is different. Fernbus steering's quite nicely weighted. Sounds okay. Interior's not great, but you're not using the car much. But the AI seems to be okay, and we've got them. And the map itself is really nice. It does feel like a completely different game. Which I said that of the football DLC when that came out. It was a reason to play Fernbus. This is just something completely different. This is everything that I think I wished for in Fernbus is here. And it's only going to get better. Personally, I would have bought a house somewhere closer to where I work, but okay. This place is obviously cheap. There's a few issues there with the sat-nav trying to take me off down there. Must have small roads turned on like in ETS2. Alright, so here we are approaching the town. So that's not bad. It's not exactly a long commute home, is it? It's not like travelling home from London. Yeah, the game, again, they've learnt a lot from Fernbus. They've learnt a lot from the football DLC. And although I'm not running it on an SSD, it's running okay. Right, so here's my house. So, go to the house, which is up there. Got myself a little flat. So, if you see a similar map, you have discovered an apartment or house that you can buy for yourself. After purchase, you'll see the icon on the map. You've activated a new fast travel point, so you can fast travel, so you haven't got to do the commute thing. And then you can click buy. For sale, 24,000. I can't afford it. So, what I'm going to have to do is take out a bank loan, which I can do from here, from memory, finances. I've got to do that back from the main thing, haven't I? Does that mean I've got to come dagnabbit? Right, okay. So, yeah, I can't even go into the house without it actually. Okay, why did I? Okay. Yeah, I've not got enough money. Right, so let's fast travel back to the office. And then we'll take out a loan once we get back there. Okay. So finances, got to go to the calculator. Finances. It's not going to. Now I seem to be stuck now, because it's not going to let me take out a loan because I should be going to the house, but it's not going to let me buy the house because I haven't got enough money. I wonder if I can advance time and then let my guy do another route. Okay, skip time. And then see if I've now, if he's gone out and done another route. I need 24,000, don't I? Let's go back to my finances again. Budget 20,419. Has he not got a route then? Oliver, 10th to the 6th. His next one isn't until tomorrow. Okay, so if I shuffle forward a few days, let's get rid of that. So I can make some money. Let's go forward to the 14th. Uh-oh, Oliver Knorr had an accident. Oh, Oliver. Oliver. Right, now let's go back to the finances thing. 8,000. I'm definitely stuck, aren't I? I can't. The only thing I might be able to do, I might have to sell a coach that hasn't arrived yet. This is going to be interesting now. So I can't buy the house, although that's what it's telling me to do, because I haven't got enough money. I can't take out a loan because it's trying to tell me to buy the house. And I can't buy a vehicle. Okay. So it's now going to tell me to go back to the house again. Okay, so I'm going to have to make that same journey again now. Or can I fast travel? Right, let's have a quick look. M. No, I can't fast travel. Yeah, I think I'm stuck in a bit of a loop. I didn't have this before. I managed to buy the house last time. Well, again, this is beta. It's not the finished version of the game, so there are going to be issues, and I can report that one back to them for sure. But it's also now not telling me how to get there, so I've got to do a bit of a memory test now. This way, wouldn't it? So this could be the point where I can't get any further. Right, over this roundabout, wasn't it? Or was it Antigua? I can't remember where I was staying. It was Antigua, wasn't it? So it was right. It's 7 o'clock in the morning now, so it's getting quite light. But I don't think I'm going to be able to buy this house, which means I'm going to be a bit stuck. Because he's had an accident. All my money's come out of my bills. I've got 8,000 left. I've got a coach due in tomorrow, which it probably won't let me sell because I'm stuck in this loop about buying a house. Interesting. So you may be at a point where we might have to end and then come back to this. Next week. We'll see what happens, because it's not going to let me buy the house, is it? That's definitely a given. Because it thinks I should have had 24,000 in the bank by the time I got here. I think I was too hasty in buying that second coach. It's looking nice. Good excuse to drive back. So someone drove my car back for me, and I've just driven back here again. What I might have to do is, if this doesn't work, I might have to go back, skip time forward a day, see if it will let me sell the coach, but it probably won't. because I can't access anything else while I'm in this mode. Right, so there's the apartment there. Okay, so let's go back up to it, although knowing I haven't got the cash for it. It isn't going to let me do it, is it? Sale 24,000. I got 8,000. I'm stuck in a loop. I wonder if I can advance calendar to when I'm going to get this skip time. Okay. So I can't vehicles, yeah, I can't even, it's not going to buy it, so I've got 24,000. So I can't employ anybody. He's not making enough money. I'm not going to make enough money with him doing one journey, even if I skip time forward. I've got 8,000. I've got to get to 24,000. I'll buy this. Let's try. That's a quandary. That is definitely a quandary. I can't buy the house. Well, that's something I've got to report back to them. In that it won't let me buy it because I've got the money, which is fine, but it won't let me take out a bank loan to buy it, and now I'm stuck without the ability to be able to get any further. I could go and pick up the other coach, I suppose. So we could go and do that at least. Let me quick travel. That's really, but again, as I said, it is a beta. It's still not the full release version. So I'll fast travel back to the office, and then I'll go and pick up the other coach. But I don't think we'll be able to get out of that, which is a real shame. Yeah, it's going to tell me to go to the house all the time. I don't even think from here I can do anything. It's going to say currently disabled. Yeah, feature's not available. Not good. Yeah, it's not going to do anything. Okay, let's see if we can go and pick up this coach, which should be available now. And then it may be that we'll have to call it a day. Because until I get 24 grand in the bank, it's not going to let me do anything. Well, this is now taking me to the coach, I think. Where my pickup is. Yeah, it's not taking me to the house. If it'd let me sell the coach, I could buy the house. Right, up here. Roonda-boo. Time for some grinding. Well, yeah, I could, but again, it might not let me take on some contracts to be able to get past this. What's the thing I just hit? It won't let me advance time. The calendar mode is unavailable. What you'd really want at that point, if you haven't got the money to buy something, you should at least have access to the bank to be able to go, okay, I can't afford to buy it, let me take out a loan. Is this the way to the port? Where is it taking me now? We didn't come this way before. Yeah, if I could sell this coach, it'd be something, but it probably won't let me do that. I don't think we're crashing into the back of the truck. I don't want another bill on my hands. We are going to see bits of the island though. 48-hour stream. I've got no idea where this is taking me. I'm just going to follow this line. Well, I've never been down here before. Imagine bringing a coach round here. Okay, this truck's starting to annoy me now. Well, it's definitely taking me somewhere. It's not taking me to pick up the coach. It's not taking me back to that same house. Is there a cheaper house I can buy? Is it over a shack? Is there a tent somewhere within my budget that I can buy? I think we're heading north up the island. So we're heading towards Coroleco. What if the sand dunes are on here? I haven't been up here yet. Oh my god, where'd the road go? Where'd the truck go? Bit of sand blowing across the road there. There's certainly some interesting roads. Yeah, Coroleco. Second time I went to Fuerteventura in real life, I landed, went to pick up a hire car and came out of the hire car place. It was dark and had to drive up to Coroleco in the dark with no sat nav, having been there the year before and vaguely remembered the road. That certainly led for an interesting drive. Oh my god, that came out of nowhere. Well, there's the sea over there. That's a barrier. Hang on, reverse. There we go. If you're new, I've just joined, please do join the Discord server. I've got a few copies of this game to give away, details of which I will post in Discord over the weekend. It's a competition that will run for the next week, so if you're watching this on YouTube, it will finish on the, says grabbing his phone, the 1st, 1st of December. So there's some copies to give away. Details will be in Discord over this weekend. So if you're not a member of Discord, please do join. And I'm very intrigued now to see where this is taking me. Wow, that looks pretty cool. And yeah, the sand dunes are here. That's some pretty good little effects coming across there. I'm definitely intrigued. Where the hell is this thing taking me? On the wrong side of the road, obviously. Coralijo. That's the water park. There's a bus symbol down there. What the hell is it? Or is it a different port that the bus is coming to? Ah, okay. Is there going to be a random coach parked around here somewhere? The truck. There it is. There you go, my second coach after a long drive. So still in plain white, we've got a standard Lions coach this time. Let us swig on my drink. Right, so into a coach we get now then. Shut the door. Not in service. That's quite cool. Right into gear. Right. So interesting now to see where that line is going to take me. Is it going to be back to the yard again? Because there's going to be some interesting driving getting this thing around some of these roads. What does everyone think of the game? What are your thoughts on it so far, from what you've seen? Okay, we're just going to sideswipe. Well, I definitely don't know where it's taking me. Round and round in circles, it seems. ignore the sat nav. And head back out of town. Oh, so I want to go for a swim. Doesn't that look nice? Let me stop on this road. Yeah, I think you're right there, Sam. It, again, having been tweaking with it for the last few weeks, it is getting a lot better. And yeah, a lot more to keep you interested. I've only just, in what, 2 hours, I've only just gone through the basics. I think I'm stuck in a loop. What I'll do is I'll get this back to the garage, see if I can advance time, or see if I can sell this coach, but I don't think I'll be able to until I can buy that house. But I can't buy the house because I haven't got the money. So it's stuck waiting for me to get to 24,000. So if I hadn't bought this coach, I would have been fine. I think last time I bought the coach after I bought the house, from memory. It's not, obviously it's quite nice, although it's it's the coach driving sim. It is quite nice to jump in the vehicle. There is a service vehicle as well. There's actually a buggy which I haven't actually yet done anything with, that you can drive as well. But it is quite nice just to get back in this good old MAN coach. It just seems odd to be driving it not in Fernbus or not in a football DLC. We've never had these sort of roads in Fernbus. There's a house down there. Or it's got to be the house, or it could just be a house. Is there anything cheaper? Where was that? Was that up there? Oops, there's a car behind me. Sorry about this, I'm just pushing the traffic backwards a little bit. Yep, sorry about that. Don't think I should be bringing a coach in here, really. How much is this place then? This is quite nice. 3.2. Okay. It's got a nice view. 3.2 million. That's a lot. I don't think I can afford that just yet. It does look nice though. Actually, that's quite a nice shot there. There you go, cheeky green shot. Speaking of, I forgot to do the flipping lottery tonight. Right, let's just back down this hill. Nice place though. I'd get the drive done personally. reverse a coach out onto the main road. What could possibly go wrong with that? Nothing. Nothing at all. Right, I'm guessing it's going to take me back to the house again, but if we can find our way back to the garage. So we'll have one last ditch attempt to see if we can advance time. If not, I may have to end it there until I can get the situation resolved, or I'll have to start again, not by the second coach. That was a hell of a down. Forgot to throw a few quid away. Well, if you're not in it, you can't win it. Brake, 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 brake. Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential in this. There's a lot of island to explore. Obviously, we've just been to the north of the island there, with some nice roads. We haven't really been to the east of the island. Yeah, don't go that quickly round that corner. Also, if you haven't got into the repairing of the coaches, you've got to hire a mechanic. Then we're into multiple coaches. We've got to get to that couple of 100,000 to be able to buy the extra garage space, which you really need. Haven't really got room to store 2 coaches where we currently are. So that's a thing. So I really need to plod away and do some more routes as well. But I need to get that 24,000 so I can buy the house. Oops. Nothing to see there. But I might have just bottomed out the coach. Right, so we're going to pass the airport. Speed bumps without slowing down. Easy to bus lane. This should be my lane. So straight on at this one. Completely ignoring the signs. Oh, I see. You're just going to cut across in front. Whee! Going the right way now. Oh no, there's the airport. Okay, we're okay. Right, nearly back at the office, then we'll come off here. Take this one back. We probably can't park it because the other one's there. One of the other ones out then. Okay, that's good. a bit close. Where's the assume that way? Right, let's go in the office, see if I can do anything financially. It's probably not going to let me. It's going to say it's locked. Yeah, and it probably won't let me access the calendar either. Yeah, so I'm stuck until I can buy the house. And I can't buy the house because I haven't got the money. I don't think I can assign. I can go into the schedule, but I can't advance time. So he's got that vehicle, which is getting more and more damaged by the day. I can't advance time, so I can't take on any other contracts. Yet there are new ones, there's no new orders anyway. That's a recurring one. That's the one that he's doing. So I think that's as far as I can get because of the glitch with the money. It won't let me do anything, which is a shame. Good place to keep a drinks machine. Absolute shame. So I can't get any further. So I can't advance time. I can't take out a bank loan because I'm locked into having to buy the house. And I can't do that because I haven't got the money to do it. So as I said, it is a beta. It is still in testing. There are still tweaks to be worked out. I will certainly feed that back to TML. Which I can do in a moment. So unfortunately, although there's a lot of you there watching and enjoying, there's not a lot else that I can do with this this evening. I will try and do a midweek stream again. Yeah, Catch 22 exactly. I'll try if I can do a midweek stream, maybe something Wednesday night. I'll certainly do something next Friday where we're having a look at it on the stream. I will post a video out if I can get one out over the weekend. I'll see if I can do something for Sunday. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is going up on Saturday. Certainly something on Tourist Bus Tuesday, where if this is fixed, I'll carry on from here. And then something out for next Friday. So thank you everybody that has followed this evening. I haven't checked, but hopefully a few of you have joined the Discord server. So I will post details there over the weekend of how you can get hold of a copy of this. An unfortunate bug here that limits me from going any further at all. Real shame because yeah, for some strange reason it's still trying to point me back up to the top of the island despite the fact that I've just picked up the bus from up there. So that's that little road we drove, and there's all of this to do. Alex B, thanks for the host. I'm just about to finish. There's all of this we got to do. So plenty of island to explore, and we've only come down as far as here so far, and our house is there that we can't get to it. A locked stash. What the hell does that mean then? What do you mean by a locked stash? Does that mean there's money there? I'm intrigued. Is there going to be money there? What do we think? I think that's worth a punt, don't you? Let's jump in the car. Or maybe not be lost. Oh, damn it. Okay, the car now won't move. There we go. Some strange reason the car won't accelerate. I'm intrigued now. I doubt if the little bit is locked. Well, let's go and find out, and let's boot it. Come on, out of the way. There could be money in them there hills. Come on, people. It'd be great if there isn't enough money there for me to buy that house. I feel like I've done this road a few times already. If there isn't something we can do, then I will end it there. Okay, he was in the wrong lane, quite clearly. Come on, people, I've got money to go and hopefully find. It is quite nice jumping out of the coach and jumping into this. And again, this actually handles a lot better than it did a while ago. So it's got similar coach physics. The steering is a lot lighter. We're going to see bits of the island anyway, or more of the island, or the same bit of the island. I'm guessing it's something I've got to go and do on foot when we get there. Well, it's a 90 limit. I suppose he is doing 90. He's going down there. You just cut across in front of me. You're going to pull out on me, aren't you? Yep. Because why wouldn't you? It would be nice if someone has hidden enough money for me. Alright, it's showing up there on the map now. Oh my god. Right, so there's the furniture store. So it's here, somewhere on the right. Let me just put it in here. Okay. So I haven't come across any of these before. Oop, around the wall. So I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm very bad at remembering numbers. I only remember the phone number of my favourite delivery service where I get delicious hamburgers with crispy fries for only $6.50. Haha. That's crafty. It's a phone number from a food delivery place. I bet I haven't got no. Damn it. Yeah, I can't get out of this now then. So okay, well we had an attempt at getting there to find money. It didn't work. Well, no, because we haven't found any yet. We know, oh, what ran that wall? We know that is for future now then. But unfortunately then, it means we haven't got the money to be able to buy the house. And if we can't buy the house, we can't continue. Because we are in a catch-22. So we need 24,000 to be able to buy the house up here. And we've got about 9. Because I bought the coach too early. So my bad. So yeah, this is a place I'm trying to buy, which I'm guessing is probably the cheapest place because it is pretty tiny inside. And yeah, can't purchase it. Got 8,157. It's 24,000, and I can't buy it. Real shame. So there we go. Whilst looking out over the lovely island of Fuerteventura, as it is out there, I am unfortunately, and I do mean unfortunately, going to have to end it there. I really do appreciate everyone that's been in chat, everyone that's followed. Said hopefully everyone that's joined the Discord server. If you have just joined, I will repeat it again. I've got some copies of this to give away, several copies in fact, that I'll be doing and posting details in the Discord server of how you can get yourself a copy. It'll end on the 1st of December. I'll be getting some more copies hopefully next weekend in the stream as well. So I'll be streaming this again next Friday. We'll have a few more to give away, and then over Christmas as well we'll do some more giveaways of not only this but some other games as well. This has certainly got the potential to be awesome. It's not just about driving coaches. There's a whole sort of management side of things as well, repairing coaches, buying spare parts, recruiting staff, setting up contracts, driving them yourself obviously is a big part of it, and exploring the island. What an awesome looking island it is too. So there we are. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit subscribe for other content from me in the form of OMSI, in the form of Train Sim, Fernbus as well, the football DLC as well. Flight will be making a return to the YouTube channel on a regular basis as well. So plenty of content from me. And yes, Chris, it was something you said. I'm now going to go and do some flying myself for an hour or so. But yeah, really do appreciate everyone watching this evening. I'll be back tomorrow night doing some trucking, some multiplayer trucking in ETS2, and then back on Sunday afternoon with some flying. So a bit of a mixture from me over on Twitch, bit of a mixture on YouTube as well. Thanks again for everybody for their support. Thanks to TML for their awesome support. I will catch you all again tomorrow night.